Hi everyone, my name is Edie Summers and let's do some yoga. So I'm actually up here at a ski resort. It's Snowbird in Utah. It's amazing. So maybe you've been working all day or maybe you've been recreating all day. We were out in the snow today. It was super nice. It was really pretty to have the snow falling all the way down around us. And at any rate, let's just kind of stretch and we'll start on the ground and then maybe we'll head up for a little bit and then come back down. So let's get started. So you can come to easy pose. Cross your legs here if that feels comfortable, or you could do butterfly or extend legs out. Just find what feels good to you. And just ground through your seat and place your hands where they're comfortable. Relax through your shoulders. Maybe even close your eyes and start to notice your breath. Inhale and exhale. Getting settled in for your practice today. You could even let your hands float up to heart center, Samastitihi. Maybe you can sit up a little bit taller here and set an intention for your practice. Bringing that oxygen in, clearing your mind, and starting on your exhales to exhale out that stress. And let your hands float down to your knees and hold onto your knees here. We'll do cat and cow. Inhale, open up through your heart. And then exhale, belly to spine. And again, inhale, open up through your heart. I was hitting the couch there. And then exhale, belly to spine. Round through your back. Inhale into cow. Open up through your heart. Feel that opening in your rib cage. And then exhale, belly to spine. Round through your back. Let's do that with arms open. Inhale. And then exhale, imagine you're hugging a tree, belly to spine. Wake up your spine here. Inhale. And exhale. Maybe one more time. Inhale. Nice deep inhales and exhale, belly to spine. And then place your hands back on your knees. Do cat and cow here. Inhale. Imagine your spine is riding this wave of energy. Exhale, belly to spine. When you're done, settle back into the center and relax through your shoulders here. Feeling that energy. Let's come to cat and cow. Let's do it from tabletop. So we're going to make the shape of a table here. Wrists are right underneath shoulders and knees are underneath your hips. First, create a nice neutral spine here. Send the crown of your head to the front of your mat. I personally don't have a mat today. I'm just using the carpet, but wrists are underneath shoulders here, knees underneath hips. And then inhale here, send your head and tailbone up to the sky. And then exhale, head floats down, belly to spine. Arch your back just like a cat. Inhale as you travel into cow. Feel that stretch in your belly and core, and then exhale, head floats down, belly to spine. Wake up your spine here. Inhale, traveling into cow. Create space in your spine and exhale, head floats down, belly to spine. Maybe even feeling that stretch in your upper back here. And one more time. Inhale, traveling into cow. Feel that stretch in your belly and core, and then exhale, head floats down, belly to spine. Round through your back, and then settle back into tabletop. Send the crown of your head to the front of your mat or just the front of the room here. Inhale, right arm reaches high to the sky. On an exhale, weave right arm in between left arm and left leg. Drop your head to the mat, maybe your shoulder. Coming in to thread the needle here. Maybe even inhale, left arm floats up, and exhale. You could drape it across your your lower back, or just keep your left hand on the ground. Breathe into your spine here. When you're ready to come out of this, whenever that is, sometimes people like to hang out here for a while. Whenever you're ready, you let your left hand float back down to the ground. And then you can unwind, inhale, send right arm high to the sky. And then exhale, right hand floats back down. Again, passing back through tabletop here, wrists underneath shoulders. And then inhale, left arm reaches high to the sky. On an exhale, weave left arm in between right arm and right leg. Drop your head to the mat, maybe your shoulder. Breathing into your spine here. Maybe this time you walk your right hand out, so you get a stretch in your shoulder.
can walk your right hand back in again. You could also do this one where inhale, right arm floats up, and exhale, drape it across your lower back. You could hang out there for a while. That's a bit of a twist. Or just stay here and thread the needle. And when you're ready to come out of this, unwind right arm or walk it back in, and then unwind all together. Inhale. Left arm reaches high to the sky, and then exhale. Place the left hand underneath your shoulder here. Now let's come into downward dog. So tuck your toes under here and take an inhale. On an exhale, send your hips high to the sky. Can you see me? You want to soften through your knees here. Press back through the palms of your hands. Breathe into your spine here. You can even walk the dog. Stretch through one heel and then the other. Really pressing back through the palms of your hands here. Stretch through your calves. Send the energy back and then up, and then really send your hips high to the sky here. Then just bend through your knees here and look forward. You can walk your feet up to your knees, up to your feet. Walk feet up to hands, is what I meant to say, and touch your toes here. We're here in a forward fold. Breathe into your spine. Soften through your knees. Now from here, just bend through your knees. And roll up through your spine slowly, one vertebra at a time. I'm going to face you this way. Your feet are together. Draw your shoulders up toward your ears, inhale. And then draw them down your back. Let's do that again. Inhale, shoulder shrug. And then exhale, draw your shoulders down your back. Arms and palms are open at either side. We're here in Tadasana. I'm going to ground through your feet. Send your tailbone down to the ground. Lengthen through your spine. Relax through your shoulders. Send the crown of your head up high to the sky. Maybe close your eyes here. Let your hands float up to heart center. Samastitihi. Set an intention for your practice here. Find that equal footing here and find your balance. Feel your feet firmly rooted into the ground. Maybe even imagine your feet have roots in them and they root all the way down to the center of the earth. And then let your hands float down to either side, and you can keep your eyes closed here, or maybe you open your eyes. We're going to do tree. I'm going to turn around and face the other way. So we're here in Tadasana. Open your right knee to the side and land on the ball of your right foot. You can keep your arms just like this. You want to find your drishti here. Find something to keep your focus with your eyes. You could stay just like this, or maybe you grow your tree. Place your right foot above or below your knee, never on your knee. You could even grow some branches. Find your balance and focus here. Maybe changing up your tree along the way. Press open your right thigh here. You can change up your tree again here. Feel free to stay even longer. And I'm going to turn back around here. And when you're ready, you can lower your leg down and then kick your leg out and maybe shake it out and maybe even reset your spine. People seem to like to do that part. It's kind of fun. I'm going to turn around for the other side. So we're here in Tadasana, a foundational pose. And shift your weight to your right leg and open your left knee to the side. Land on the ball of your left foot here. Really root through your right foot here. Root down into the earth. And then send the crown of your head up high to the sky. Feel free to stay just like this in tree, or you can find your drishti, find your point of focus, a single point of focus, or close your eyes and find your balance that way. You can also grow your tree. Place the left foot above or below knee, and or grow some branches. Breathe here. Press open your left thigh. Maybe changing up your tree along the way. Bring that oxygen in. I'm just going to turn around here in tree. And you can stay even longer if you want to. Finding your balance. Rooting into the earth, and whenever you're ready, you can kick out your leg and feel free to reset your spine. And we'll meet back in Tadasana. Again, ground through your feet here. Then inhale, mountain, arms reach high to the sky. You can gaze straight ahead or maybe gaze up at the sky. Palms are facing one another. Relax through your shoulders here. Reach from tips to toes here.
I'm going to turn around this way again. Take an inhale. On an exhale, reach to the right side. Reaching out through your fingertips, maybe your right arm floats down and drape your right arm across your lower back here. Press to the outer edge of your left waist and reach through your left fingertips here. Breathe into your side body. And unwind your right arm. Inhale, it floats up. Reach high to the sky, pass through mountain. Exhale, reach to the left side. Reach and lengthen through your right side body. Maybe the left arm floats down. You can drape it across your lower back here and press into the outer edge of your right waist. Breathe into your right side body here. Standing up nice and tall when you're ready. Unwind your arm. Then inhale, pass through the center. Make cactus arms here. Open up through your heart. I'm going to show you what this is like from the side. So you make cactus arms, open up through your heart. So you can see how I'm stretching in my upper back here. This is moving the opposite direction of your cell phone, stretching through your thoracic spine. Doesn't that feel amazing? And then bring your hands to heart center and lengthen back through your spine. Bring your palms back to heart center and then let them float down. Passing back through Tadasana and then inhale, mountain. Let's do another back bend. Bring your hands to heart center here and just open up through your upper back again. Open up through your heart. Feel that stretch in your upper back. And you can straighten out, let your arms flip down to either side. Since I'm on the side here, let's do dancer pose. Hopefully you're feeling warmed up enough with your spine. It's really important to warm up your spine first before you do a back bend, which is what we're going to do now. It's like a standing back bend. So feet are together in Tadasana. I'm going to show you a modified version first, and then you can try dancer if you want to. So the modified version is right foot floats up and grab on the outer edge of your right foot. Let your right knee float down, belly to spine for balance. Extend left arm out and breathe into your right quad here. Find your balance. Feel free to hang on to something here too. And breathe. Really root through your left foot here. This can feel really nice if you've been working out too, if you just have stiff muscles. And then release your right foot, passing back through Tadasana. Lengthen through your spine here. Let's do the other side. Shift your weight to your right leg. Left foot floats up, left knee floats down, belly to spine. You can extend right arm out. Find your balance here. Breathe into your left quad. Use your oxygen here. Inhale. And exhale. And you could stay even longer or release left foot. Now we're going to try dancer pose. So you could do that again, what we just did. That's like a modified version. Or we'll do dancer pose. This time you're going to grab on the inside of your right foot. Grab on the inside, take an inhale. On an exhale, press your right foot into your right hand. Left arm extends forward. Try to keep your hips aligned here. Pressing right foot into right hand. Feel that stretch in your right quad. And feel that gentle back bend created. Can you feel that in your spine? Yeah, great job. You could stay up here or whenever you're ready. Release right foot and pass back through Tadasana. Notice the difference between your right and left sides. And let's do the other side. Shift your weight to your right leg. Grab on the inside of your left foot and take an inhale. On an exhale, press left foot into left hand. Reach your right arm forward. Try to keep your hips aligned here. Keep pressing that left foot into your left hand. Breathe. Feel that gentle back bend here. You might feel that in your left quad too, and you can stay longer, or left foot meets right foot. Inhale, mountain. Reach high to the sky. On an exhale, reach down and touch your toes. Coming back down into a forward fold. Soften through your knees here. Maybe stack right foot behind left foot and tent through your fingers here. We're stretching through our hamstrings here and maybe your left IT band. Breathe. You're tenting through your fingers here. You could also use a block if you have one. And let your hands float down to the ground. Head floats back down towards your knees. Breathe into your legs here, then stack. Step right foot to meet left foot, and then stack left foot behind right foot. Soften through your knees here. Tent through your fingers here. Breathe into your right IT band. Maybe lifting your gaze. Breathe here. If you're a runner, this can feel really good. It feels really good in general. When you're ready, let your head start to flip back down. Stack left foot right back to right foot. We're going to do a halfway lift. Take an inhale. On an exhale, maybe place hands on your shins or upper thighs and send the crown of your head to the front of the mat. And you want to shift your weight forward more onto the front of your feet. Feel that stretch here in your hamstrings and lengthen through your spine and breathe. You could stay even longer here on an exhale, forward fold. Just bend through your knees here and push your hands off your mat and roll back up through your spine. And let's sit into chair here. You want to sit into your heels. You could bring your hands to heart center. Or maybe you extend your arms over your head. I'm going to bring hands to heart center today. Sit into your heels here and breathe. If you want to get creative with this, shift your weight to your left foot, flex your right foot and send it behind you. Nice strong core here. Keep breathing, keep bringing that oxygen in, and then step your right foot to meet left foot. Maybe shift weight to right leg. Flex left foot, send it behind you. Find your balance here too. Nice strong core and standing leg. Step left foot back to meet right foot. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe into your spine. And then inhale, halfway lift again. Lengthen through your spine here. Breathe into your spine and hamstrings. You have more than one hamstring, isn't that amazing? And then exhale, forward fold, hands on head, float down. From here, sit back into your heels, floating back up into chair. Again, you can bring hands to heart center, and maybe you extend arms over your head. This is what chair looks like this way. Sit into your heels here. Use your breath here. Breathe into those edges. Again, this is kind of like a modified chair. Let's do prayer twist here. So I'm going to turn around and face the other way. Take an inhale, bring your hands to heart center. On an exhale, twist to the right. Wrap left elbow above right knee. Press your palms together, gazing up at the sky. Breathe here. Breathe into those edges and then inhale, pass through the center. On an exhale, turn to the left, wrap right elbow above left knee. Press your palms together, gazing up at the sky. You can pass back through the center. Take an inhale. On an exhale, forward fold. Now from here, let's do standing splits. Shift your weight to your left leg, send your right leg high to the sky. Maybe tent through your fingers here and feel that stretch in your left hamstring. Feel that stretch here. Let's just switch legs. Right leg lower, soften through your knees here. Keep tenting through your fingers. Shift your weight to your right leg. Send left leg high to the sky. Breathe into your right hamstring here. When you're ready, step left foot to meet right foot and then belly to spine, roll back up. One vertebra at a time. Are you awake yet? This really isn't gentle yoga, but hopefully you're getting a good workout here and kind of stretching, and maybe you're starting to notice how your body feels different. Yoga is so great, it gets you much more in touch with your body. Let's do a couple of the warrior poses and we'll come down to the ground. You're here in Tadasana. Inhale, mountain, arms reach high to the sky. Shift your weight to your left leg, float up to the ball of your right foot. You can stay just like this or flex right foot, raise your right knee up. Find your balance here. Standing knee raise. And take an inhale here. On an exhale, step your right foot back and flip open your right foot. We're here in a warrior one. You can keep your arms raising high to the sky, or maybe place your hands on your hips and find your alignment here. And breathe. Left knee is right over your ankle. Flip open your right foot to about 45 degrees. And then arms reach high to the sky. Mountain arms here. Palms are facing one another. Biceps are framing your ears. Take an inhale. On an exhale, open here to warrior two. Left knee still over your ankle. Left arm reaches to the front and right arm to the back. Nice strong stance here. Ground through the back of your right foot. Warrior two. We're going to do just a little bit here. Let's come back into what's called crescent lunge. Feet are in train tracks. Rise high into the ball of your right foot. And then bring your hands to heart center here and lower your right heel down. Soften through your right knee. We're here in what's called crescent lunge. You might feel that stretch in your right hip flexor. Breathe. Use your breath to power your practice. Let your hands float down to either side and push your right foot off the back. Passing back through Tadasana. Let's do the other side. I'm going to turn around this way. We're here in Tadasana. Shift your weight to your right leg. Float up to the ball of your left foot, belly to spine for balance. Inhale, arms reach high to the sky. Find your balance here. You could stay just like this or flex left foot, raise your left knee up, standing knee raise. And breathe. And take an inhale here. On an exhale, step your left foot back and flip open your left foot. Right knee is right over your ankle. Maybe bring your hands to your hips here. Make your hips square. And your left foot's flipped open to about 45 degrees. Right knee's right over your ankle. And then you can send your arms back into mountain arms. Relax through your shoulders here. And take an inhale here, and on an exhale, open your body to the left. Right arm floats to the front and left arm floats to the back. Right knee is right over your ankle. And you're grounding through the back of your left foot here. This is warrior two. And breathe. Nice strong stance here. We're going to come into crescent lunge. We're going to face back toward the front of your mat. Inhale. Your feet are in train tracks now. Rise high into the ball of your left foot. Soften through your left knee. Bring your hands to heart center here. Find your balance. Finding your balance here, and then let your arms and heels start to float down to the ground. Still soften through your left knee. Breathe into your left hip flexor here. And then when you're ready, push your left foot off the back. Coming back into Tadasana. Really lengthen through your spine here and ground through your feet. We're going to come back down to the ground. So I'm going to face this way again. Inhale, mountain. Maybe even passing through a bit of a back bend there. And exhale, forward fold. And then inhale, halfway lift. Maybe over time in halfway lift, you can even keep your hands on the ground and just lift your head. Again, you want to shift your weight forward more into the front of the balls of your feet here and soften through your knees. And then exhale, forward fold. Breathe into your spine here. One more time, let's do a standing split. So send your right leg high to the sky and tent through your fingers here. Maybe this time, take an inhale. On an exhale, bend your left knee, bring right knee behind left knee. Building some strength here. You don't have to do this. And then inhale, right leg reaches high to the sky. Breathe into your left hamstring here. Find your balance. And then little right foot steps to meet left foot. Shift your weight to your right leg. Swing left leg high to the sky and take an inhale. You're tenting through your fingers here. Inhale. On an exhale, bend your right knee. Bring left knee behind right knee. Building strength here, and then straighten right leg. Send left leg high to the sky. Breathe into your right hamstring. When you're ready, step left foot to meet right foot. Just bend through your knees here, and let's sit back down on the ground. And extend your legs wide and soften through your knees here. Bring your hands to the front. Find your breath here. We're going to stir the pot. Imagine that it's Halloween and you have a big witch's pot here, and just reach your arms over towards your right leg and then stir that pot to the front. And take your time here. Go at your own pace, and then you can reach towards your left leg here and then straighten back out. Take an inhale and an exhale. Let's do the opposite. Sweep your arms and stir that pot, reaching towards your left leg, and then travel through the center. Breathe. And then travel over towards your right leg and then swing it back up. Let's do that one more time each side. Inhale. Exhale, sweep it to the right. At your own pace, travel through the center. Stir that pot, sweep over towards your left leg, and then back up. And one more time. Inhale. Exhale, stir that pot over towards your left leg, and then stir it toward the center, and breathe. You can always linger in the center if you want to. You don't have to, but... And then when you're ready, stir that pot over toward the right side. And again, you feel free to stay here. When you're ready, come back to the center. Let's come to butterfly or Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of your feet together. You can press open your knees here. Find your breath. You could stay just like this if you want to build some core strength. You're going to take an inhale and an exhale, rock back and let your feet float up. Nice strong core here. Lengthen through your spine. If you want to go even further, I need to scoot up a little bit here. You could hold onto your toes and extend your legs open. You don't have to do any of this. Just do whatever you want to. If that doesn't feel good to you, or maybe you can envision that for the future, feel free to stay in butterfly, or, always do whatever works for you. Don't ever force your body to do anything. extend your legs out, and we're gonna do a seated forward fold. So soften through your knees here and place your hands on either side. And inhale, arms reach high to the sky. Lengthen through your spine, and on an exhale, walk your hands towards your feet. You wanna lengthen through your spine wherever your hands and gaze are. Breathe into your spine here. Maybe left hand holds onto right foot and place your right hand on the ground and turn and look to the right. Feel that rotation. And come back to the center. And then left hand holds onto, I might be saying this backwards, but just to go the other direction. And turn and look to the left. Feel that rotation. And then come back to the center. We're going to do boat on our way down to the ground. So you want to come to the top of your mat and bring your feet together. You're sitting up nice and tall in your sits bones. So you can do basic boat like this. Just hold onto your shins or maybe wrap hands underneath thighs. We're going to build a core strength here. Or you can also reach your arms in front of you. You can stay just like this, or you could take an inhale. On an exhale, you can rock back. So you want your feet are going to float up. Feel that core engagement. You can even extend your arms out. You want to travel deeper and build some more core strength. I'm working my lats right here. You could also extend legs out and extend your arms out. You could go like this. I have this couch right here, but we're building core strength. Feel free to do what works for you. Also feel free to stay in basic boat. And you know what? I'm not going to come down to the ground because I don't have a mat here. So let me show you a couple hip stretches